Welcome to the module 2 of the Figma Pro Secrets course. In this module, we'll be talking about graphic design with Figma. You know, everything that we see today on websites, in mobile apps, everything has graphic design elements. Yeah, if you take a look at the website, the only difference between a website and a magazine, for example, are just two elements. The first one is interactivity. Yeah, you have more elements of interaction with a website rather than with a poster or, let's imagine, the magazine or newspaper. And the second difference is the website is a digital part that lays under one domain name, while a graphic design element is usually prepared for print. But when we are creating illustrations, it's part of the graphic design. Icons, part of the graphic design. Packages, banners. What else? Let's go with logos. Yeah, all the elements that we create in graphic designs, we can use on web as well. And it's really cool to know graphic design, how to create some graphic design elements, so you can use them not only in graphic design, but also when you're creating websites or mobile apps or TV apps or whatever you are creating. Let me show you an example. So here, take a look at this cover of the magazine. Looks like a cover of the magazine. Minimalistic, pretty empty, has a couple of elements, and that's it. So basically it could be printed. It can be just the cover of a magazine that will be printed. Or it can become pretty easily, it can become a website. It can become a portfolio of this graphic designer, photographer, and minimalist, John Smith. When you add some additional elements of interaction, basically the difference between the magazine and the website will be the method of interactivity in this case. With the magazine, you will need to turn pages, and here on the website, you click to get to the next page. This is the difference between a website, for this particular example, of course, between a magazine of the cover and a website. But when you know, the more you know elements of design in general, of every part, every single direction of design. When we're taking, for example, industrial design, architecture design, interior design, graphic design, the more you will be able to apply all these elements in web design and mobile apps. And it will make you a better designer because you will know more. From industrial design, you will know more about ergonomics. From interior design, you will know more about visual style and about graphic design as well. From architecture design, you will know how to work with resources and also how to put what elements we can put in only in this given space. The more you know, the more you can apply in your life, the more dots you will be able to connect, and the more creative you become. So that's why knowledge of all these different elements will help you. And this module is prepared for you specifically to, of course, to train your design skills in general. In this particular model, graphic design skills, but we will train them so you can apply them in web design and mobile apps later. In this module, you will create a lot, and basically this will be the most probably practical part of this course, because we will create here shapes and mockups, like this box, like these beams on the background. You will create boxes like this, so you will be able to apply them to your designs. And later, for example, when you're creating a banner, a login page, let's imagine you're creating something for a website, and it will be some kind of login screen. And then that login screen will have the image on the left and login part on the right. And this is what will be highlighted on the left side. So when you're creating something for a particular SaaS product, let's imagine, or I don't know, it can be whatever you want, but you will highlight what you're creating it for. And here it will be product name. How cool is that when you created just this one element and it already looks cool, and then you can change something and you can use it whatever you want on web design, or maybe you are creating a mobile application, and on this mobile application you will have some kind of illustration. Maybe it will be about books or gifts, mobile applications for gifts. And here at the top you will have this illustration or mockup, and below you have a heading, and below that you have some description that will be a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter, but it will be description. And then below of all this description, everything, you will have a button. So people see, oh my God, yeah, I wanna have this, I wanna use this mobile application. And then the same element that you learned from the graphic design module, you will be able to apply in web design, in mobile apps. And if you want to, you can put here also your game name. If you are creating a game, UI for the game, then this can be your game UI package. Boom! So all these different elements that you will learn from this module, you will be able to apply absolutely anywhere. And if you want to print them, like just print. You will learn how to create this bevel effect, where the text is pressed inside of the material, or instead it's in front of you. You will know how to create this illustration, these cars like Uber has, or Uber application has. You'll know how to create these Google style illustrations. Why I call it Google style? Because the first time I saw them in Google apps and web apps, you probably saw them as well. There is an amazing guy who creates them for Google, and I decided to share with you how to create this style. You will learn how to create kind of posters or banners, and how to work with colors, how to work with text when you're working with this given space. You will learn how to create mobile app devices, mockups, mobile app devices, mobile tablets, and MacBooks, laptops, device mockups. Then you will learn how to create different patterns. Yeah, it's really will be cool lesson. So you'll be able to create absolutely different patterns. It can be shape pattern or it can be text pattern. And then when you created the text pattern, after that you can put the element in front of it to add additional effect. This is graphic design elements, but you will be able to create it in Figma. You will learn how to work with masks to show that some part of the text is on one background and another one is on another background. How to create fluid backgrounds. What is fluid? It's like when you have these mesh gradients, but at the same time they're moving. You will learn how to create glass effects for different purposes, whether it's you are creating for the content creation or whether you are creating them for your websites or mobile apps. You will learn it from this module as well. How to create book mockups, and like this, if you decide, for example, to sell your digital books, ebooks, then you will be able to create the physical representation of these books after this module. You'll learn how to create cards, like paper ones, and they will look really amazing, and you can use them for when you're creating, for example, gift cards for your friends. You'll learn how to create presentations like this, specifically how to create the presentation like this, and all the elements that you see here basically created out of a couple of shapes, a little bit of text, and all these shapes will create some mockups like this, these planets, and also these different orbits. It will be mind-blowing. You will love it. Next thing, you will learn how to combine them together. So you will be able to create an element like here with the shadows and also with pattern on the background. And also you will learn how to use them, these patterns and backgrounds, how to create packages first of all, how to create mockups for your products, like packages, boxes for your products, and how to apply them to the presentation that you're creating or for the landing page that you're creating. Basically, all of these elements are part of graphic design, and in this module you will learn a lot about creating these elements. And I see you in the next lesson where we'll start designing some cool things.